Our next speaker looks a lot like our last speaker. They are twin brothers, and Dion's brother Cleon, Joseph, is coming up next. Cleon has been a sergeant for LAPD. He's been with them for the last 23 years. He's also the author of a book, Navigating Through the Valleys of Success, A Perspective in Perseverance. And not only this, but it is also your birthday and your brother's birthday today. So happy birthday. Please welcome Cleon.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, good morning, everyone. All right. Yes, I'm the other guy. I have something to say, too. All right. Today I want to talk about, it's a big topic, and I'm honored to have my background investigator still taking notes about me back in the day. And one of the bosses I used to work for who gave one of the most incredible speeches about how to detect when a suspect is lying. I hope he remembers that. And a very good friend who deserves to be on this stage, Tom Dejo. Carla, thank you very much for pushing us out here because I'm nervous as heck. But here goes. I want to talk about a big topic. And the big topic nowadays is de-escalation. About a year ago, it was called command and control. Did we always have command and control? Absolutely. But now they want to put it on paper. You shall have command and control in there. Then it's tactical disengagement, right? Now it's de-escalation. So before I get started with the story, and it is my birthday, and I'm 47 today, and my brain cells are fading because I'm getting old. So I'm going to give you 3 words to have me commit to at the end of this presentation. Courage. Say courage. Courage. Forgot the other one already. No, I'm just playing. Cowardice. And the last one is another day on the job. Say it. All right. So we're going to talk about de-escalation. It's something we don't talk about. All the big buzzwords. What did we forget? Did we forget about the buddy system? The buddy system. Say the buddy system with me. All right, now I'll go into my story. 1998. There was an officer that was killed in a Pacific Division, I believe. His name was Brian Brown. Rest in peace. It was my 3rd DP in a crash unit in West LA. Now, there's somebody, you LAPD officers, don't laugh at me. There are gangs in West LA. Please believe me. All right. It was my 3rd DP, and 2 days after the shooting, came back to work. And God bless you, officers, you first responders. Because when an officer dies, you want to take the day off and you want to mourn. But you can't. You got to keep going, right? And thank God to our civilians, you got to show up to work too. You work hand in hand with us. So we're rolling out in the field, and I'm a little different. I say I didn't drink the Kool-Aid. I wasn't the typical crash officer. In fact, the captain had to ask me twice, "Hey, Joseph, I want you in a crash unit." "No, sir, I don't want to be in no crash unit." You know what they say? They ask you a second time, you better say what? You better say, "Yes, sir." So showed up. Having a difficult time because I was a little different. I was raised a little different, a little sheltered, all right? And I was raised on the west side of Long Beach, all right? I saw stuff, but I had some incredible parents. Margie, Milton, Joseph, rest in peace. They raised me right. They raised to a point. Yeah, Dion, we had wavy hair, but they also gave us another name. They called us the Princes of Soul Glow because we were well off. We were okay. But the economy tanked and we needed a job. And out of all the jobs, we hated the police. I was a counselor. I was boo police just like everybody else. But out of all the jobs, when our restaurant went out of business and we were looking for a job with no other job experience, that took us. I tried for tractor trailer jobs. Dion was selling flowers and T-shirts on the street. It was bad. We weren't Soul Glow anymore, man. We were struggling. It got real out in them streets. The only job that hired us because of our background, this background investigator, was the LAPD. They took us in. And thank God for that. And day one, my perspective changed. From the academy on down. You know, our academy is cleaner than the Bible. It's cleaner. But with our citizens, our bluebirds, our detractors, would they have you believe that? Absolutely not. "Oh, you guys are slave catchers." I heard it all from family. You know, my play cousins. "Oh, you a pig now? Oh, Lord." I mean, hey, I thought we were best friends. I thought we were cousins. Fast forward. I'm in gangs now. Crash, right? If you remember the acronym, I don't even remember it anymore because they disbanded us. That was a tough time too, right? So 2 days after Officer Brown was killed, we're patrolling. We get a call of vandalism suspects. We get to the call, and sure enough, they wasn't going anywhere. When we got there, they were still tagging, and they were affiliated with the gang, person responsible for killing Officer Brown. Now here I am, green. I promise you, I'm green. I'm with five guys that are experienced. And we did what we had to do, right? We jammed them up. All right, we caught them tagged. We had PC. Don't write this down. We did have PC to be there, right? We saw them in the act. Jam them up. Handcuffs and all. While I'm handcuffing one of the suspects, because that's what they were, suspects to me. I mean that. I despise the crime element, right? But I'm human. I put the handcuffs on him. All the rest of the guys are handcuffed, so it's about 5 gang members just hemmed up. One of them looks back, the one I was cuffing, looks back and said, I am so glad that your boy was killed the other night. Now here I am, I'm green. Whatever, sir. I'm new and I'm green. Putting the handcuffs on, going with the program. My partner, who had time on, 6'5", very mild-mannered individual. 3 months have been great. Stay calm, Joseph, be cool. Hey, we do the right thing all the time, right? I hear him say from the bellows of his diaphragm, he says, what'd you say? The suspect goes, yeah, I'm glad your boy got killed. In fact, y'all wouldn't be so tough if these handcuffs weren't on us. And I didn't think anything of it. I'm just going to do my job as a good little officer. We're going to keep writing FIs, and we're going to be good, right? All I heard was from my partner, take them cuffs off. Oh, my God. I thought he was joking. Oh, come on, partner. Hey, just be cool, guys, right? Just be cool, right? Joseph, take them goddamn cuffs off. The gang members was like, yeah, take them off. My fellow partners, yeah, take them off. And here I am, flashback, shelter boy from the west side of Long Beach, good-natured kid. Now, I saw colors a couple of times. I never thought I'd be living colors, man. I'm like, and I said, hey, partner, are we really going to do this? Takes off his Sam Brown. There's a Chevy Nova on top. He puts his Sam Brown on top of the Chevy Nova. I'm like, oh, my God. Now, I'm perspiring. But there's other liquids running around in my body because I've never been in this position before. I looked at my partner. I don't know if this was courage. No, I do know now. We'll end with this. I don't know if it was courageous or not, but something lit up inside of me. Like, hey, guys, if you guys don't stop this, I'm going to call the supervisor. You guys are laughing, right? That's how I felt. I felt like a nerd saying it. Totally sheltered West Side Soul Glow boy. I was like, yeah, I'm calling the supervisor. Hoping to God that will make the Sam Browns come on and the cuffs come back on, right? It didn't. So I called it. I said it. And one thing about us Josephs, when we say it, you know what I'm talking about, Dion, we got to do it. So sure enough, I'm shaking. I pull out my rover. 8 George 30, can you respond to our location? Sure enough, that's exactly, I had my Peter Brady voice. It was pretty bad, right? Now, 8 George 30 had only just got there. It was his first DP as our gang sergeant. He comes on over, because it sounded, from my voice, it was code too high, right? He gets there, and as soon as I said that, guess what? Click, 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 click. Now, in the meantime, guess what? I knew I was in a different culture at the time. Forgive me, but I'm just being truthful. Because when I got on the radio, the officers looked at me like I was crazy. But you know what was crazy? The gangbangers looked at me like, really, dog? You snitching too? Wait, so I got the criminal element telling me I'm doing something wrong, and I got my peeps, my fellow officers, looking at me like I'm doing something wrong. But did the right thing, right? Sam Browns come on, cuffs go on, we avoided fight, right? Sergeant Corey, God bless him, Gets to the scene. He gets out of the car. Very skinny, mild-mannered man with the most beautiful, biggest mustache. You know the group, the Whispers? That's how big his mustache was, right? And he comes out the car and he's scratching his head. And all he sees is gangbangers, hemmed up, and these officers just standing there. Joseph, what'd you call me over here for? Now here's where I had to get really cool or die right here. I had to come up with the best excuse in the world to validate why my sergeant was here. You know what all I can come up with? Well, sir, I just wanted to introduce you to this gangbanger here or that guy, and here's some more FIs and all that. Our citizen gangbangers, they were like, right? My officers, they was like, he scratches his head, walks back to his car, opens the door, looks at me one more time, gets back in his car, drives up out of there, right? After it's over, we're having code 7. I wasn't part of that code 7, all right? I sat in the car, you know, and it's not like they asked me to. It's not like I had a choice in the matter or not. I wasn't wanted. Nobody was talking to me. It was a weird feeling, and I'm questioning myself. Did I do the right thing? Oh, my God, my career is over. Did I just snitch? Oh, my God, right? Guys wasn't talking to me. End of watch comes. I'm in the locker by myself because I let the guys get dressed first. I was like, okay, my career's done. It's going to be all over. It's going to be all over LAP. This Cleon Joseph is a snitch. All right, I'm ready to accept it. Still got my jab, but I'll be in the kit room, whatever. As I'm walking out of the locker room, Sergeant Corey is still sitting in the locker room. And I'm walking, and you know how you want somebody to say something so you're walking slower? he waits till I get just about out the door. Joseph. Yes, sir. That's all I got. That made me feel so good. No, he didn't say good job. He didn't say, are you jacked up? But that nod of approval let me know that somehow, I saved his butt. Somehow, I was the buddy. I was the unpopular buddy, right? But I was the buddy, all right? The buddy system. I'm going to ask you all a question. Did I de-escalate that situation? Let me hear it, yes or no? Yes. I feel you. Well, let's fast forward. Because sometimes Sergeant Joseph needs a buddy, right? I am the master of woosha. I have the gift of gab. Tom Datro and I, we used to just spit it out together on the same stage, right? Cool, known for being cool as a cucumber. In fact, I promoted to sergeant. I was called to work watch commander. Cool, right? Well, I'm having a great day at Wilshire. It's been a great week. Handling a lot of things, handling a lot of special calls. All of a sudden, one of our community leaders happens to show up in the station, but drunk. Comes in the station and demands to see a watch commander. I couldn't wait. You know how we do it, Tom. Hey, what can I do for you, sir? Hey, what can I do? All right? I hate your guts. And he's going on and on and on about how we stole his car. Well, actually, he lost his car because he was drunk. On and on and on. And the cursing got more visceral. And all of a sudden, I heard this. I'm like, oh. I heard the spit curdling. He was getting ready to spit on me. And one thing you don't do to the Joseph boys is spit on us. I'd rather have you punch me so I can be respected than spit on me, okay? Sure enough, he let it linger and delay a little bit in his mouth. And the vein in my neck surged. Don't look like the Incredible Hulk, but veins were popping out all over the place. My right hand was shaking because I'm right-handed. Okay, when I box, that's what I use to put people out, right? You know, my right leg dropped back from behind the desk because I was either ready to lunge forward or jump over the desk and grab this guy had he let go of the saliva, right? As soon as my hand started shaking, I heard this. Hey, Sarge! Yo, Sarge! Sarge! Huh? I got it. I got it. Oh, you got it? I got it, Sarge. Sarge, I got it. You got it? All right, good. Walk back into my office. I needed the buddy that day. I'm here to tell you I'm just as human as everybody else. Man, it's not racist to get upset. It's not racist to lose your cool. But it's public perception when that camera rolls and what they think about you. That has to be protected. Cowardice, courage, or doing your job. Well, I'll tell you how that goes with me now. Back when I was a under 30-year-old officer, I struggled with thinking that my incident with that gang incident, was a matter of courage. I thought I was a coward. I snitched. Somewhere in the heart, my parents, good old LAPD policies, procedures, I know I did the right thing. But I walked with the scarlet letter of shame because I snitched. Cowardice. I wasn't sure. I struggled with that. Turn into a P3, go through a few things as a veteran officer, good or bad, grow you up a little bit. 30, that's your prime, right? We're all badasses in our 30s, right? No, man, that was courage. I stood up to the man. Right? Happy birthday, Cleon and Dion, 47. We pushing 50 soon. Supervisor now, see the department in a whole different perspective. At the end of the day, you know what the 47-year-old Cleon Joseph thinks now? Sergeant Cleon Joseph thinks now? It was just another day's work. If we can get our officers, I don't care your rank, captain, commander, lieutenant, deputy chief, chief, P3, P2, senior man, senior lead officer, to get all of us to buy in on the buddy system, then it would only enhance the logic of command and control that we already have, the logic of de-escalation that we already have, the logic of tactical disengagement that we already have, the logic of having more resources available to handle the situation to dissuade it. If it starts with the buddy system, my God, if I lose it, I need you to step in. Because some days you're doing everything right, but it's not you today. You're the citizens that's mad at me. And I come in with my suave Billy D. Williams self, but it's not me. Oh, I don't want to talk to Sergeant Joseph. He sucks. I suck. I said hello, though. And how often do we try to force our ego into the situation to fix something or fix somebody, and it's just not working? Do we have enough to let our ego go, our hubris go, to let the next person that's working have at it? Sometimes it's not you. I'm saying all the right things, but it's my partner, it's my grumpy old partner of all people who that citizen is vibing to. Us as partners is not working for us. Are we creative enough to use a civilian that suspect, that male mental is vibing to help us de-escalate a situation? Our citizens are our buddies too. If we're willing to do that, and I know we do, I'm just saying, because this is what I'm supposed to talk about. If we continue to do that, then all of our work means something. Thank you very much. God bless you.